Greetings, everybody. What's going on? I'm Anthony Brown. Listen, we're excited to have another episode of the HBCU Man Cave. Today, we're talking about social media and how you protect your peace. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Yo, what's really good, ladies and gentlemen? Bum, 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 bum. I know I've been gone for about a minute. I've been gone. It's your boy, it's your cousin, it's your uncle, it's your best friend. I'm A. Harris Brown, and you already know what time it is. Welcome to another episode of the HBCU Man Cave, where grown men, grown black men, gather to build, vent, laugh, and lift each other up while talking about manhood, mental health, and the culture. This is a space where healing meets hype and wisdom meets real talk. Whether you are tuning in from your dorm room, well, no, not even your dorm room, unless you're in summer school. I don't think so. But or your driveway, in your downtime, you kick back, having a good drink or a cigar. Thank you for tapping in, and you picked a good night to pull up. Now, listen, typically I would say, of course, I don't ride solo, but oh my gosh, I'm riding solo. So, Dr. Shean Cain is stuck somewhere in Atlanta in the airport. Yeah. Listen, y'all know what it's like if you ever have to fly through Atlanta. That's all I got to say. I ain't mad at the ATL, but things happen. And I think it's the alternator. And so we're gonna hope that he gets back to Tampa sometime tonight, if not tonight, tomorrow. So, Dr. Kane, if you are watching, what's good, bruh? I hope all is well. I typically would ask you at this point, what's in your cup? But so I'm just going to drink this Gatorade in your honor. So, with that, hey, hit that like button, hit that share button. Let somebody know that the HBCU Man Cave, we're here, we're back. We took about a month off because the month of May was my birthday month. You know, a lot of things were happening. And so, but now it's June. We're back, period. So, let us know where you're watching from too. What school? Represent your school, represent your HBCU, represent your community. Let us know. Put it in the chat so I can hopefully shout you out. Now, listen, we're talking about social media, how to protect your peace. Had a student one time had said in school, well, Mr. Brown, they bullying me on social media. Log off, delete, block. You don't have to be bothered with that. What is wrong with you? I know, I get it. Some people just, it sounds easy for some. So, with that, I got a good friend of ours. He's back. I ain't even gonna go through the whole long introduction. It's just me and him today. So and to me, him, and you all. Yes, me, him. It's gonna be the brother we got as a guest today. I got my Facebook friends. I got our YouTube friends. We got our Instagram friends. So again, we're all in this conversation together. Y'all put your hands together. Show some love from Alabama A&M University. Aaron Blue.
Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good?
Brother, how you doing?
And I'm doing good. Hey, you had me weak talking about something. Just log off. It's so simple.
Just love. I don't understand. That bothers me so. I mean, that's so funny. But it's like they cyber bullying me. Like what?
Listen, it's not. I ain't laughing because of the cyberbullying. It's just like you ain't got to read it, you know.
You ain't got it.
But hey, listen, it's this new generation. That's all it is.
Is that what you need?
That's it.
Oh my God. So anyway, just in case somebody who may not know who you are, they're tuning in for the very first time and they didn't see you a couple months ago when you were on the show. Let everybody know who you are, where you what you represent, where you from.
Yes, sir. So what's good? What's good? Again, I'm Aaron Blue. I'm originally from Montgomery, Alabama. I graduated from Alabama A&M University twice. I actually recently just graduated again with my master's in logistics and supply chain. So woo 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 to that as well. I'm also the CEO of New Wave Incorporated. So if you don't follow New Wave, go ahead on New Wave Incorporated on Instagram, and Liz, just go show some love. Go show some love.
Okay, cool bean. You say recently graduated
2 times, degree twice.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of, when it was graduation season, shout out to all of those individuals who have completed their undergrad, their master's, their PhD, their certification programs. If you did anything in the HBCU this year, kudos and congratulations to you, and welcome to the club of alumni once again. Yes, all right. So come on.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, brother. So now what's the next big move now? You got, you with your second degree.
Listen, I said I'm gonna give myself a good week, 2 weeks, go ahead and just rest, get my mind back together. But I'm trying to go ahead and work in my field in logistics. So whatever lands for me, whatever God has for me, listen, I'm gonna take it. That's
okay. We're gonna do that. All right. And you said you're located currently, you're still in Alabama?
Yeah, still in Huntsville.
Okay. How's that treating you down there? What's the weather like?
Love Huntsville. It's getting a little hot right now, but I love Huntsville. They still say it's like a mini Atlanta, So it's going good. Summertime always good in Huntsville.
Okay then. Also, shout out because we weren't here for the month of May, but for those moms, shout out to all the mothers who are watching us. Shout out to all the mothers, because it had not been for you, we wouldn't be sitting here today.
Yep. Amen.
So
amen.
shout out to the mamas. Let's see who else. Okay, that was grad season, Mother's Day season.
But we're gonna be on Sunday.
Okay, yeah. So I'm trying to get all the ones we missed. Memorial Day, to all those who served or serving, thank you. I'm trying to get all the things that we didn't miss because we've been busy. We've been busy. And I don't need the doctor even. So I don't know. We shouted out Dr. Cain. Last time you hear he was just Shean. But Shean got his PhD now.
Ooh, congratulations! If he out
there,
congratulations.
PhD. Yeah. So he out here doing his 1, 2, and the 3, 4. I hope he ain't out there trying to have to fix the plane. I really hope.
You said it's awesome, ain't it?
So now, trying to figure out now. So again, sometimes we talk a little bit about what's happening on our campuses. We do some news story, but that's how we're not gonna jump into that today. But we want to talk about again celebrating your own pace. And really talking about how to protect your peace in this social media world. And just as a simple, before we go into some questions, what are your thoughts about how to protect your peace in social media?
Honestly, kind of like what you said at first. For one, log out. You have free will to indulge in it tonight. But honestly, I would say, really, you got to kind of know who you are first. I think where social media kind of came to now is, everybody kind of have that. They form their personality through social media, which is, I ain't gonna say it's weird, but it's just a little abnormal because, before you get on social media, you wake up, you brush your teeth, you put your clothes on, that's who you are. But I think it's like, once we kind of get on social media, it's like, we feel, some of us feel like that's us now. We got to get on social media to start our day. We got to get on social media just to eat. We got to show what we eat. We got to show what we're doing every second. So I think doing that for years now, people are kind of forming their lives through social media, So I think, like I said, as long as, you know who you are before you even open that app, I think that's how you can that's the first step with actually, having that peace within yourself and kind of just being you,
That part.
being you before you log on to the app.
And I'm always curious about, because I don't necessarily need to show you what I'm eating. I think I did get caught. I ain't gonna hold you. I did get caught up in that for a moment. But now I'm like, do you really need to know what I'm eating?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I even want to know what y'all eating? Because some of y'all eating some stuff that y'all can say that plate.
Listen, that once I see that styrofoam plate in that on that story, that's all I need to know. That's all I need to know.
That's like a struggle plate, especially when you're trying to eat it in your lap. That's a struggle.
Why you at home by yourself with a styrofoam plate? See, I ain't judging nobody because listen, everybody have their own situations, but that's all I need to know.
That says a lot. That does say a lot about what's happening. I mean, maybe he's over to wash dishes right now. I don't know, but so listen. So now let's talk about the importance of. I do have some questions for you though. Let me get to my formal questions. I do. So we're talking about when you get up in the morning. I love how you think. We would normally get up in the morning. Go through our routines. Restroom. Break the fast. Maybe grab you a bite to eat. Brush your teeth, wash your face, take a shower, those type of things. Now, I'll be honest with you, tell the truth, shame the devil. I have found myself sometimes, and I will go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, it's easy. It's easy though.
I go reach for the phone to turn the alarm off, and it's like, ooh, now the phone is in my hand, and I got these 6, 7 alerts.
Yeah.
Oh, what got it missing the midnight hour?
Yeah. Then it be about 12, 1, 2 in the morning. Like, come on now. You even have that many notifications that early. You're missing nothing,
But no, I do have one friend who will, I do have one friend. She will send me these videos and clips, and I'm like, really? Maybe it'd be some funny stuff to be on Instagram and TikTok. I ain't gonna hold you. But
and listen, people they'll get offended if you don't watch some videos either.
Wait, because my son be like, Dad, you ain't like the video I sent you. Like, well, I watched it. I had to respond. He'd be looking like, you didn't respond. Like, I watched it.
They get offended. That's an insult.
Like, you ain't respond. Give it a like, a thumbs up. Like, what?
Let you know that you actually engaged into it.
I saw it. So what is it now that we get so consumed? From your mind, from your perspective, why do we get so consumed and have to go check our social media for some before they even get out of bed?
Honestly, because again, how they form social media is like that's you go to social media before you go to the news now.
Well, for some, social media is our news.
Yeah.
We'll find out what's going on with the Orange Man quicker on, between him and his former best friend.
Yeah, that beef going on right now. Listen, I ain't gonna get into it, but social media,
they gonna tell the birds.
Yeah, social media introduced it. So a lot of times, social media kind of tell you more, information before, the news kind of tell you. And then, like you said, you always gonna have that one friend that's gonna send you about 30,000 videos, and you got to go check it because they gonna get offended if you don't look at it. And then on top of that, we got all these reality TV shows. We got, what is it, baddies now? Baddies going on right now.
Is it? You know what? I can't even get caught up in the reality TV shows anymore. I cannot.
It's Love Island. It's all these different reality TV shows that it's like everybody's running to social media to get.
I don't even know.
That's what. Listen, I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
I'm so lost.
And you know what's so funny? Let me say what's funny, and what we don't realize. You will actually go to social, like Tyler Perry's new movie, was it Strive Strong, whatever the
Strong.
You listen, a lot of people actually start running to social media before they even watch a movie now.
They didn't even tell they already told it.
That's
listen, I was at church today and someone said, "You seen the movie yet?" No, I don't have to. Y'all done already told
it. Yes. They'll listen. They run straight to social media before they even watch the movie. Sinners? I mean, what? You know how many people was talking about Sinners? on social media before 85% of people was actually watched it.
I don't even go. I don't. It's like, why do I even go watch the movie now? Because like y'all didn't tell the whole movie.
Yeah, you got to be
Now,
first.
I'm gonna struggle because I do want to go watch. I'm a superhero fan, so I
Yeah,
do want to go watch Fantastic Four, and I do want to go see Superman. And I'm just hoping that I don't get caught down the rabbit hole and
yeah,
start reading the reviews and start seeing all the all the things
yeah, yeah. And it's
before
strange.
I see it for myself. Because I don't want it to destroy my perception of reality of like my illusion of what I'm hoping to see.
Yeah,
You didn't told it all.
yeah. And you know what I was actually thinking about before we even got on here. When social media first started, I want to say it started back in like I want Instagram started back in 2012. Facebook was about 20 2009, 2010.
Mm-hmm.
It first started, for people to go on there to tell like, a daily news about yourself. That's it. Just like a check-in. Now it formed to like a whole world, a whole nother virtual world now. So honestly, it's like I think we took it too far. We took
Mm.
it too far out here now.
Now, for those who are watching us now, if you have a comment, first of all, if you haven't done so, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, hit that share button. Let somebody know that the HBCU Man Cave is on right now. And listen, if you have a question or comment, or if you want some feedback on what you think about social media and how it's impacting or not impacting your world or some of the people who you work with, please make sure you leave a comment in the chat so we can be able to share. Even so much the fact, Vernon, if you are watching, if anybody else, listen. Matter of fact, if you leave a comment in the chat, maybe, just maybe, I might even bring you onto the screen and maybe you can have a chance to say it yourself live. Yeah, we could do that today. All right, so now, so we think about some people living their life through social media.
Mm-hmm.
Now we know we have different platforms for different things. Like, of course, a lot of people use LinkedIn for more professional things. I'm looking for the job, or I'm elevating the work that I do. Some use the TikTok for more of the fun. Just here's the video clips, yada yada yada. I'm gonna go back to when what was the one that was like 6 seconds? Was it Snapchat? Was it
Oh,
Snapchat?
no, you talking about on Vine?
Yeah, do it for the Vine.
Go to Vine. Vine, hey, that's when life was easier.
It was just 6 seconds. Give me your best 6 seconds.
Vine was good.
That was it.
Yeah, yeah. Vine was good.
Uh,
That was a good time. And before that was MySpace.
Bruh. Now I'm going back to the original MySpace.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in Black Planet. Y'all don't know about that Black Planet, though. Y'all don't know nothing about that Black Planet,
They're too young for that. They too young for that.
bruh.
Yeah.
But now you got all these other platforms. Now you're talking about OnlyFans and Discord and so many other. Like, what is happening out here in this world? Like, is this how you want? Because because this stuff lives in perpetuity,
Yeah.
and it, you got to be careful what you say and what you do
Mm-hmm.
because somebody now is out here digging. They're searching. They
Yeah.
searching. And remember what you said back on Twitter back in 2001?
Yeah. That's how Young Thug almost got bammed up. That YSL case. They went on way. They went back. And it's like, whew. We not even realizing that we put so much of our lives on social media and forget what we even said yesterday.
Because I don't know what I said yesterday. I don't know what I said. That's why I try to make sure that I don't know. For me, I try to use my platform to elevate and promote, um, to lift up one another, to encourage, to inspire. How
Yeah.
about that? Yeah, we're gonna talk about that in just a moment. So now, speaking of that, we're talking about how to use. So, Aaron, how do you utilize and the space of social media for you?
Honestly, again, because I have a business, I have a business. Me personally, Aaron Blue is a brand as well, that gets a lot of influence as well. So mostly try to be very positive, but also let people know that I'm human. So I'm still gonna be out there, having a good time. I'm not gonna go too crazy now, but I'm just showing people that again that I'm just a human. I make mistakes as well. Um, Even just because I am in the position that I'm in, I still do the same things as, the next person. So I'm not trying to be perfect out here. Again, I'm trying to be the new wave. The new wave is being, who God bless you to be, the abilities and everything that God wants me to be, the path that He wants me to walk. That's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to influence that always. That's good, bad, ugly. Like you're going to see me in every season, every
Okay.
but you would never say that I was just out here just bad mouthing anything. You would never be saying that I'm out here influencing any bad, any scamming, any stealing, any mess, talking about people behind. Like, no, I ain't doing none of that. So again, I try to influence more than anything.
Oh, okay. I appreciate that. Just so you know, I just want to also say that social media can have both a positive and a negative impact on our mental health, with the negative impacts outweighing the positive ones in most cases, particularly in adolescents and young adults. Now, this increased social media use is linked to higher rates of anxiety, depression, body image issues, and loneliness. Now, on the other hand, social media can also provide opportunities for connection and support, but these benefits are often overshadowed by potential harms. Interesting that I was able to find a quick little study online to talk about how, especially for our young people, it does elevate anxiety, depression, and body image and loneliness. What's your thoughts on that?
I'm with you with all. I'm actually with you on that again because social media does one thing that I think just so toxic for everybody, and that is comparing yourself to the next person. I think that's probably the most toxic thing that social media has brought to, all of us. I know we've all been, at fault too, comparing ourselves to, somebody else on social media. Then had to kind of catch yourself like, whoa, wait, wait, wait. Even though they're posting this, that might not be their real life, or that's might not be how they're truly feeling. So for the ones that actually could put two and two together and realize that, I think we're good. But for the ones that still kind of live that life of what is it called? Oh, what is that called? Oh my goodness, I just had it. It's on the tip of my tongue. But basically it is the imposter syndrome. That's what it is.
Ah,
What it
yeah.
is. For the ones that's like living that imposter syndrome, I think the more they get on social media to try to let time go by, the more they're realizing, like, dang, I'm seeing so many people that, I wish I was in their position. And then they start getting more and more and more doubtful, more and more discouraging. It's like, man, now you didn't put yourself in that rabbit hole.
hmm
So I think that's kind of what has, took over, more than anything.
No, that makes a lot of sense. And I think also just for some, whether young at heart, I think that, especially that body image thing,
Yeah.
you're trying to compare yourself to somebody else as opposed to just at first accepting the body that you're in,
Yeah.
loving who you are
Mm-hmm.
unconditionally. And if you want to make the change, then you have to accept it within yourself, then to make the change.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if nothing else, I've learned through social media, like I'm going to only compare myself to me. Now, so often, every so often, I'm going to post, like I just did a bit, I just posted some images today where I'm always doing a comparing a before and after because I still can't believe what I used to look like compared to where I am today. Now, listen, that's a whole praise report right there because I always tell people, listen, I used to be 450 pounds, right?
I couldn't even believe that. Honestly. Because I met you like 2-3 years ago. I would have never believed that.
Yeah, so listen, I was so shocked. I got on the scale Thursday,
Yeah.
and that scale said 167.
Hey, kudos.
I didn't know how to. So that blows my mind.
Yeah.
That right there just like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm always, I can't worry about what somebody else look like. I'm sure, but the thing is, I'm healthy. First of all, the doctor said, I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what you want to hear.
He said your blood pressure is right where it needs to be. Your BMI is great. Your levels are fine. He said, I don't know what you're doing,
Yeah.
but keep doing
Yeah. That's what you want to hear. Honestly,
it.
want to hear. But
I said,
again,
that's what I'm talking about. I said, this is what 55 looks like. And I didn't even know it. I'm like, this is what
that's a blessing.
55 looks
That's a blessing, honestly.
like.
Because look, listen, for this younger generation right now, how they up in the club partying, popping bottles, they better hope they can do that at 55. They better hope
Bruh,
they walk at 55.
don't get me wrong. I don't go out at the blue moon like that. And I know my limits. I know when like Kenny Rogers used to say, I know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Now I went out to the club on my birthday.
Yeah.
I did. I was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was.
okay. Yeah.
We went to some bottle service. They brought out the all the sparkles and all that.
See, you did that once every blue moon, but what about the ones that's doing dang on 5 times a week?
Oh, bro, I can't take you do it. And the thing is, I was with a group of people, and they wanted to go like we went out every night, and I was like, so we went out Thursday night, we went out Friday night, we went out. I was like, listen, y'all, I'm 55. First of all, I know how to turn this off when I need to. So Saturday night, I was just like, after we ate dinner, and then we wanted to go upstairs to the club. Like, I'm because the hotel was right next door. Yeah, I slid.
Inch right there. You got to know.
I slid up that door so fast.
Got to.
You're like, where did he go? He good. I let somebody know I was gone.
Yeah.
Like, listen, if y'all looking for me, I'm gone.
But you got again, and honestly, social media been brought that persona too. You have you look on somebody's story and you like, it's a Monday. You like, dang, I need to be out there right now. Tuesday, man, hold on, wait, Taco Tuesday, Wednesday, wind down Wednesday. It's like,
listen, every day has got a theme, but you don't just because it's there, does that mean you have to do it?
Yeah. And then it's so crazy because especially that age of 21 to like 30 is like you're at that age where you can go to the club as well as party with the grown folks. So you can go to a little lounge with the R&B, Thursdays, or a nice little grown folks lounge and everything. So you can party with both sides. So you outside every day.
But let me share with some people who are watching right now again about the impact of social media and again how you can protecting your peace. However, I want to share here are some positive benefits that you can utilize social media. Again, one is connection and support. Social media can provide a way to connect with family, friends, and like-minded individuals, fostering a social support and reducing feelings of isolation. So if you are feeling somewhat lonely, there are some spaces, there's some help groups, there's some places where you can connect with others. Maybe you got a family group, and this is how we communicate, talk about the next family reunion or the next class reunion or something of that nature. You can access information and resources. I know this should not be your only source of news, but you can find certain news and supports. Community building, again, social media can facilitate the formation of online communities around shared interests and experiences. I love the fact that, here on like, for example, on Facebook, we have a group called HBCU Alumni United, which has over 160,000, I think something like that. I might be, I need to double. I'm gonna check that number. I know it's a large number. We're the largest HBCU community on Facebook right now. And so I just wanted to share that there are a few benefits of using social media. But again, here are some things I need you to consider as you're using your platforms. Limit your use. This is how you protect your peace. And we're gonna talk about this some more, but I'm gonna give you some talking points all right now, Aaron. So get ready. So, one, how to protect your peace: limit your social media use.
Mm-hmm.
Engage in balanced activities. Get outside. Promote critical thinking. If you're going to utilize it, engage people with some discourse and conversation. And then seek professional support if you think you get caught down that mental. Because listen, I'll tell you right now, social media is not your mental health support services. Mm-mm. Don't go. I love the fact. I think someone recently, someone made a post the other day and talked about how when you see somebody going through a storm, we want to jump on social media and talk about them as opposed to getting an umbrella.
That's real. That's deep. That's deep. Yeah.
Okay, help them through the storm as opposed to getting on social media and talking about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just saw somebody just recently just post something. I think she had death in the family and someone passed away, and she had got on like, and she just did a shake in my head. She's like, y'all couldn't even wait for me to say something, and y'all had already told it. But it's a shame that we have to sometimes get in front of to control the narrative because people just run with it and go a whole different direction.
Yeah.
So, gave a couple strategies. What are some things that you would like to also recommend to talk about? How do you protect your peace in this virtual space?
Oh man. I mean, you really did hit on you hit on the major ones. I will say.
Well, you can expand on any of them. I don't. Let me expand on it.
So really with again limiting your time on social media, it's like, man, it goes both ways. Again, because I'm even though I'm still in that younger crowd, it's like I can understand why they do the things they do, and what I mean by that is like as soon as anything happens, a death, a fight, a breakup, um, uh, the show just got good, a good movies. Like whenever anything happens, everybody goes straight to social media because they already know, everybody talking about it. So I guess that social media platform is where it's like people kind of feel like that community. They feel connected with someone else that may want to put their two cents opinions in as well. But again, you fall down that rabbit hole to where you're stuck on it, so you're stuck on social media, so like you said, limiting your time on social media, realizing like if I know this person personally, instead of me kind of just lurking, looking at all the comments and everything, let me go grab that umbrella, see how this person is doing, and I think that's where it got so bad because instead of helping the next person out, I think everybody just kind of want to, again, social media has set that platforms where everybody can put their 2 cents opinion out there now. Honestly, I really wish that social media comes to where you have to pay for certain amount of comments. After like 10 comments, you got to start paying. That's where we're gonna start seeing change.
Come on.
That's where we're gonna start seeing some change. You wanna put your 2 cents in? He go, hey, $5.
Come on, put some on it.
Something. But like you said, kind of just, please just limit your time, man. And again, like you said in the beginning, log off. Log off. But it's so hard for some people because, like you said, listen, TikTok good, Instagram Reels be good, it be funny. I get stuck in all the time.
Yes, I did. Now, I remember. So, like, again, but for those, at the beginning of the calendar year when we thought that TikTok was going out of business, it was it was having the virtual funerals. They're like, oh my God, just leaving. I had already unplugged. I mean, I didn't disconnect my account, but I had really stopped using TikTok early part of December. So when everyone was talking about it's going away, like what it is, what happened? I had no idea because I wasn't keeping up with it. And then there was a thing of if you had disabled or canceled your account, you couldn't get back on for a while.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is happening? I mean, but I had never disabled mine. So I was like, what's going on? I think I just got back on maybe about a month ago, only because again, my son had said, Dad, I've been sending you some TikTok videos and you don't respond. Like, 'cause I just had not logged in. I
Yeah.
just, I just go past it.
And that's real. You know what's crazy that we really don't talk about? And listen, me and a close friend, we was actually just talking about this. I'm not gonna name drop because I don't want her to get upset with me after this show. But when we was boycotting Target, boycotting Amazon, boycotting all these,
Uh-huh.
all these different companies. And she made a great point. She said, instead of, everybody just boycotting, why don't we put your money together and actually start your own, black union, start your own black Target, your own black Walmart, your own black Amazon and everything. So where we can actually start supporting stuff like that instead of being upset and mad about, taking money out of their pockets. Instead of taking money out of their pockets, why don't we invest into, something that we can build? And I was like, dang, that's smart. We put a lot of energy on avoiding instead of putting the energy on actually building it. And I think that's
Mm.
us as a community. I think that's where we lack. It's like when we have a problem, we turn the other cheek. We ignore it instead of actually just creating something, for us to invest into, to put our money to, put our time into. And it's like, man, we losing recipes. We losing receipts.
And we can't afford to lose the recipe. I love the idea of just how we pass on that legacy,
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
how we pass on those traditions.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I was watching. Now I ain't gonna hold you. I did see this one lady on Instagram, and she did a reel talking about. Listen, she's old, like wearing a slip to church. That's how old she is. Putting on some stockings.
She got the peppermints at the bottom.
Oh my gosh! Yes, she got that church candy. That's how old she is.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, she sit on the third row, reserved.
And don't sit in her seat. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the HBCU Man Cave. I'm your boy A. Harris Brown. I got my good friend Aaron Blue from Alabama A&M, who is now a twice graduate
Let's do it.
of Alabama A&M. It was so nice. He had to go back, got a second degree, right?
Too. Bad out till the day I die.
If you haven't already done so, make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button. I mean, I know we're talking about social media now, but now I want you to do. This is the call and response. This is the call to action. I need you to hit that like, hit that share. I'm here now, letting some other folks know again. Hey, let somebody know that we're here. We're live. You got a comment, you got a question, you want to share about some strategies of how are you protecting your peace on social media. Drop it in the chat. I would love to be able to share with some other folks, some of the things that you are doing as I sit here and I share this with a few more groups to let people know that we are here. Ba, 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 ba. Listen, so now I want to share. I had another strategy or two I wanted to share about how to protect your peace. We talked about setting boundaries and time limits, limiting your time. Be mindful of your online activity. You ain't got to tell it all. You don't have to tell it all. Sometimes, because you don't know. Now, I'm thankful I got some good neighbors. I got some great neighbors because they'll know if they don't see my car move for like 2 or 3 days,
Mhm.
they come knocking on my door, my window, like, hey, you good? I'm on vacation for a couple of days. I don't feel like going nowhere. Like, all right. But also let them know if I am going to be out of town for a couple of days, I'm gonna let them know.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Because a lot of what I do when I'm traveling is work related or is HBCU related. And I will share on social media, this is what I'm doing. Let me tell you, I'm on this college campus. So you can and it's live. So like, oh, okay, he ain't home. He not home. I don't need nobody coming to my house
Yeah,
when I'm not home.
yeah.
But I'm glad I got some good neighbors who's like, hey, I need you to park your car in my driveway.
Yeah, they ain't got them like that no more. They ain't
They
got 'em.
don't do it like that, or I'm gonna keep this, I'm gonna have the grass still cut,
Yeah.
or that type of thing. So that people, it gives the sense of, okay, there's something happening. But
Mhm.
not everyone is for your good, right?
Yeah.
And some folks are lurking and watching and waiting, like, oh, Aaron ain't home. He posted and he just got on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody ain't got to know everything. I actually have a friend of mine. He will actually post once he returns. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's gone. But
That's
then once he gets back, now he's posting all his pictures from his, I think he went to Italy with some students on a high school field trip or something. But it was like a week after.
mm,
Now I'm seeing all the social media posts of his trip to Italy.
yeah, that's good. You know what's crazy? I actually have a small story about that actually, and that's funny that you
Okay.
brought it up. So it was actually this Christmas break. I went back down to Montgomery to spend some time with family, right? And we having a good time. And mind you, around my crib, I have a Ring camera, at the front door. So this one night around like 11 o'clock at night, I get a notification that somebody's in front of my front door.
Mm.
I'm like, whoa, I'm thinking it's somebody just walking past, walking a dog and everything. No, there's this guy literally standing in front of my door, and he's basically like tugging on my knob, trying to like open the door. So he realized that I had a Ring camera. So he left, came back, and tried to put a piece of bubble gum on my Ring camera. So, I wouldn't, basically see who it is and everything, right? So he went around to the side door trying to, open everything. Little do he know, I done already alerted the police and everything. But it's just so crazy that it's like that happened when I wasn't at home. So it's crazy that you even brought that up.
Oh yeah, because they watch it.
They watching. They watching.
I listen. They watch.
And it could have been social media. I don't know because I was posting that I was at home now. I am at fault for that.
So just got to be careful what you post, when you post, especially if you don't have these other things. Like you got the Ring camera, we got the neighbor, we got these other things. You got the good alarm system on your house. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
you don't know. You don't know. Some other things that you can do to protect your peace is when you are on social media, actively participate in the online communities, posting and commenting to foster a sense of belonging and connection. I mean, engage actively. We don't need anything just like you're just out here just posting just some old frivolous, trying to look like you're stalking. We don't need that kind of situation. Um, Try to make those real life connections to people, to family and friends who can enhance your overall well-being. Focus on facts and avoid those triggering moments or content. The facts. If you know you're posting something that's real, or do some fact finding. You're already on you're on your smartphone, you're on your computer. Fact find it before you get to posting something that's not real. Make sure it's legitimate. Take a break and breathe. Take a break. Find you some dedicated time where you're like, this is when I'm going to check my social media, or like for some, there's different apps that you can utilize that you can like, okay, I'm going to use a particular I know one is called Plannable, where you can schedule your posts. Whether you're going to say I'm going to post on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, X, whatever. Find you something where like, okay, I'm going to post at a certain time, certain days. Find the right algorithm so this is when I'm going to share this particular content, whether you're promoting the fact that you got a new job, or you're promoting a service or a program that you're doing, you're dropping your new book. I'm gonna talk about that. Whatever the case may be, find you the space, but then also know that this is when I'm going to unplug at a certain time. I know like at 10:30, typically by 10:30 p.m. I even have it set on my phone. Like I got Alexa even knows Don't you start talking, girl, because you know. Listen, Alexa knows turn off lights in my house. Um, disable, turn on the alarm, and shut down my phone. Not shut. I mean, but put my phone in sleep mode at 10:30.
That's good technology. That's good technology.
That's it. So now the most I'm gonna do, I might FaceTime somebody, and I'm gonna do that from my iPhone, my iPad. But that's it. Mm-hmm. But at that point, phone is down at 10:30. Because I'm in sleep mode. I'm turning off all the alerts. All that's off because I'm in sleep mode.
Now okay, that's good. Now let me ask though, what about the ones that you feel, for our group, we actually have, some motion going on. So it's like we can be on a set schedule. What about the ones that don't have that? For the ones that they just wake up, they might go work their 9 to 5, come back home, and that's it. So now it's like they have that space to where they can utilize social media way more than, someone like me and you. And now it's like they still kind of fall in that boat where it's like they can fall down that rabbit hole of depression. They can fall down that rabbit hole of just what they call the zombie scrolling. The zombie scrolling, just scrolling. So it's like,
I think we need to find space and place where we need to get outside. Get outside.
Yeah.
What happened to the days? I mean, I know I'm dating myself a little bit where, but I'm just saying, get outside. It's nice out in some places. I mean, it's the summertime, go for a walk if you need to, go to the movies, go to the mall. Find a purpose. Or if you are going to use the social media, let's find a purpose for it.
Yeah.
So let's find a purpose for it. So someone asked me the question of the day as a transition. So I was like, well, Anthony, how long did you take you to write your book? I said, it took me some years. However, one of the strategies that I used to write my book was I did use social media. Okay. So in my weight loss journey, I used to do a lot of walking. And I would vlog. So I would just, as I'm walking in the park, I'm walking down the street, I'm walking at the gym, I'm going to turn my phone on and I'm going to videotape and live stream. Hey, I'm outside, I'm walking. This is it. Let's talk about it. And so all this content that I'm now got on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram became the content for the book.
That's good.
So on social media, I might be saying, okay, I may be live and I see you chatting with me. I might bring you in on the live. We just talking about protecting your peace or da-da-da-da-da. And I'm now going to take that whole 45 minutes, hour conversation, transcribe it. Now that becomes content for the book.
That's good because you found purpose for it, though.
Purpose for it.
That's good. That's good.
Okay. So instead of me sitting here like some was like, I gotta lock myself in a room with a notepad and some paper and a pencil, and I'm writing and I don't like it, I'm scribbling, I balled the paper, throw it across the room, and no, that's not how I wrote it. And then most of our devices now have some type of software where it will transcribe your audio.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think I wrote one of my chapters just driving in the car. I just turned on the voice recorder. I talked for like 45, 50 minutes. There was my content. Now transcribe that. Now download it. So now I can take that. Now let me go and start to do the rewrite.
That's good. That's good. That's creative as well. It's very creative.
So I'm using the social media in a different way.
That's good. That's good.
Okay. So I'm letting y'all have that one for free. Now y'all ain't paid for that one. Y'all ain't paid. People paying for that type of that knowledge.
No, seriously. That's something very important that you actually spoke about. You're doing the research as well as you're seeking the knowledge and you're utilizing the technology for your future, for your purpose. And I think that's kind of where we kind of like this community lacks at as well. After graduating high school, nobody's seeking out that knowledge. Nobody's seeking out, okay, what's next? Where can I actually build on now? What's the new what's my new niche that I can get it?
Uh-huh.
I'm done
Uh-huh.
playing basketball. I'm done playing football. I'm done in the band. Now what's next for me? What else can I learn? Can I learn?
What is next?
I think that's where that door, that ceiling, that's where they kind of hit that ceiling and everything to where it's like now I can go down social media to, for my entertainment instead of tacking on another trade.
So yeah, so I'm using this thing for my good now. And
Yeah,
so like, okay, so what else can I utilize this technology
yeah.
for? How do I spend this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's amplify. Let's create these spaces to
Mm-hmm.
have these kind of conversations. Talk about mental health
Yeah,
and
yeah,
protecting your peace.
yeah.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, what else has happened in this? Well, I'm not saying the month of May. Well, in the month of May, just like Aaron, just got his, his second degree. I did finish up. I don't know if I shared this, but I think I did. We talked about that. But I did finish and completed my principal certification.
Hey, congratulations.
So yes, I finished my educational leadership program through a program called Thank You and shout out to a program called New Leaders, which is actually provided the scholarship opportunity for me to attend the Clark Atlanta University. So was able to finish it in 1 year.
That's good.
Yeah, oh, listen, it wasn't easy. I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh, I don't blame. But listen, you stuck it out though.
But
Stuck.
in the midst of still working a full-time job, as well as doing my principal hours residency and going to school and having a part-time job, it's I was able to write a book. I finished the book.
That be your character right there. That
Woo!
character.
Listen, so the month of May was really busy. So turned 55, finished the program, and then I started to finish the last edits on the book. Shout out to my one of my publicists. Got a couple of them on the team. I got my editors who actually helped me do this. And listen, so we were able to actually, I was going to wait until June 30th to drop the book. But I said, you know what? No, we're not going to wait. Well, I was going to wait, but I found myself, I kept picking up the book and I'm like, oh, I can rewrite. Like, stop doing that. Release it, birth it, let it go.
Yeah, yeah.
And I did. So I released it. And so actually it's available now. I wanted to make sure it was in time and available for Father's Day because the book is called Inspire Me Moments, Living Out Loud with No Regrets. And I do talk about a little bit about how to protect your peace because I think I had lost mine somewhere along the way. But in that, actually my therapist read the book. I gave him one of the early copies and he was like, bruh, he said, I thought I understood you before. He said, now, he said, I need to listen. He said, now we got to go back. We got to go back.
That's real. That's dope though.
He said, but at the same time, he's like, I'm counseling another group of people. He said, I can use your book as part of the process.
That's real.
Because the book is written 11 chapters. Each chapter can stand alone. So it doesn't have to necessarily be read in order. You find the topic that applies to you and you go for it. So let's take a quick. I just wanted to share with the viewing audience some of the information here in the book. So boom, ba 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 ba.
Woo-woo.
So we are out here. It's here, is live. Again, to talk about the fact that you are not broken. First of all, you are not broken. You are becoming. And it's all about becoming this new person, how you're breaking through some of the struggles, the life that has put you through, and how you're building beyond where you are today. You don't have to be, listen, you may not necessarily know where you're going, but as long as I'm better today than I was yesterday, I'm helping you unpack the past. I want you to strengthen your scars that you are currently, and we all got scars. We all got our concerns, our issues, our gripes. But how do you boldly walk into a new space? Your book is all about some trauma, some triumphs, fatherhood. Oh my gosh. When I talk about daddy issues, yeah, I had some daddy issues. I love my father completely, immensely, but that man took me through.
Ooh.
He took me through. Yet, despite all that, even in his last breath, I was right there. Because somewhere along the lines, I learned that you had to honor your mother and your father. And despite our issues, I was going to take care of my father.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about leadership and restoration. But the book is more than just a memoir, because I had my son read some of the chapters. And he was like, oh my God, Dad, I didn't know all this about you. I said, yeah. The book also is a workbook of sorts. So within the book, you can learn how to apply some of these things to your own life, how you can now empower others. So it's a lot. And then we create this space. We got it in the Inner Circle Club. So again, we talked about social media, right? So we're going to use the Discord platform, and so we can build community. So we can build an internal community of others. So we can be able to share resources, opportunities, strategies, be able to network, whether you are from whatever part of the country you're in. So who is this book for? It's for the dreamers, the healers, the educators, the men learning to breathe again, the women rediscovering their worth, and the challenge makers leading with heart. Listen, I hope that you find everything that you need in this book and let you remind you that you are not alone. And then I know sometimes we wake up and think that we are trying to save the world. Listen, the cape that you are looking for was never in your closet. It's always been inside of you. But in order to be able to save others, you got to first save yourself. So it's a great Father's Day gift. You can find it right now on Amazon Books and Barnes and Noble. Hey, if you can just go to my website at aharrisbrown.com. I got the links directly for you. You can go check out the book. And then we're going to be starting this new thing real soon. Now we got this whole idea where we're going to be talking about inspired conversations, where we're going to be actually taking the book on the road. Yeah, we're going outside, and real talk, real life, real growth. It's a table talk session where, for those who want to purchase at least 15 books or more, I'm going to give you a discounted rate on the book. And with that, I'm going to come in, hopefully in person and not virtual, but I'll do either or. We'll come in, have a conversation. We'll dissect. We'll peel back some of those layers. We'll get real. We'll have some honest conversation. Listen, we'll laugh, we'll cry. We'll have some moments of reflection, and we're going to do the work. We're actually going to do the work. And so we can hopefully, you'll come out a little bit better, a little bit stronger, a little bit wiser. All right. So, and for those who, if you didn't, and I love the fact now that what I've been doing is, if you want to go check out some of the samples, I've been dropping these promos and these video clips if it comes up. So now, again, if you go to the website, slowly I'm dropping different videos. Each one's about 90 minutes or so long, but you can get a quick little recap of what the different chapters are about. Chapter 1, the moment I chose me, because I was so busy trying to put everybody else first and not taking care of me. Chapter 2, the cost of carrying it all. Do you ever get to the point where you're trying to carry the burden all by yourself? Yeah. Chapter 3, I got to rename that one. I got the wrong chapter on that one. Chapter 4 is My Name is Victory. I talk about some of the health challenges. The health challenges. It almost took me up out of here. Chapter 5, rewriting the narrative. Now, listen, this is all about my daddy. Chapter 5 is about my father and about my ex-wife. Yes, I even told my ex-wife, like, hey, there's a chapter in here about you. I don't want you to get mad, but it's coming. And chapter 6 is what forgiveness frees. You know, once you learn how to forgive yourself, it'll free up a lot of things. And again, and some of the chapters actually have some preview pages. You can actually go and read a couple pages right now, just to kind of get you tuned up and get you ready. So go check out your boy when you can, ladies and gentlemen. Inspire Me Moments. Again, aharrisbrown.com, available on Barnes & Noble and on Amazon.
Yeah. Hey, that's good. That's nice. That's nice. I especially love how you said, in order to save others, you got to save yourself. That's good. That's good. Man.
Yeah.
No, most
Yeah. Because I be out here thinking I can save everybody. Like, oh no, I will put my cape on. I got to go out here and save the world. But I was lost. I was lost.
Yeah. Yeah. That's real. That's deep. That's what they don't want to talk about.
That part. And listen, I ain't gonna hold you. There was a lot for me to have to unpack. I didn't want to have to do it. I mean, I think a couple times there were moments where I was challenged to say, I need more. Like I think my one editor was like, no, I need more in this chapter. What do you mean more? Like I didn't want to go, and I didn't want to go back and unpeel that. Like, oh my God, the trauma between them. Like, I don't want to relive that, but I had to. I had to go back and relive that moment to understand. Even so much the fact, I ain't gonna hold you. There was a moment even with I talk about me and my ex-wife and how I did not want to go there, but I did. Mm-hmm. Remind you, her and I, we get along great. I mean, we're best of friends. But we still have to co-parent. We have a 27-year-old. Yeah. And we talk at least once, twice a week. Mm-hmm. We good. But there was a moment where I was like, I didn't want to go to that space. Yeah. Talk about that moment. Especially when I was trying to enjoy a Cheddar Bay biscuit and Red Lobster. That's all I'm gonna say. You got to go read chapter 5.
That's real. That's real.
What does this Cheddar Bay biscuit have to do with anything? You got to go read chapter 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and get that. I'm gonna have to get that. Yeah. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna go ahead and get that. We're gonna talk about it on the show too. Yeah, I got you. Don't worry about it.
So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, listen, Aaron, before we get up out of here, we typically have a moment where we talk about Habaragani. Habaragani is what is the news? What is the good news happening in your community, in your world, in your space? What do you want to share with the people? What's going on? What's your news? What's your Habaragani, brother?
Oh, mine is, man, listen, I know it's not cliche at all, but listen, I'm getting closer to God. I'm walking closer with God. I'm getting deeper. I'm actually, walking that path right now because my past season, it was a lot kind of going on. I ain't gonna get too deep into it. But when you find God, you understand there's so much that comes at you. There's gonna be a lot of, getting off that path, but I'm back with him. And with being back with him, everything around me is growing, is flourishing. I'm loving
Come on and tell it. Just give me one. Just give me. Come on, don't tease me like this. Don't. Come on.
Okay. All right,
come on. God has been just that good. Come on. And I just can't tell it all, but you can tell a little bit. So, and we can use your social media to tell that story because there's somebody who needs to hear it.
Hey, man. So I will say, so again, I talk about my brand a lot, New Wave. That's my heart, body, and soul. I've launched this major project for the brand, but I can't tell too much. Just know this one it's gonna change the game. It's gonna change the game. This is gonna be my breakthrough right here. So I'm very excited about that. Very excited. Can't wait for it. But like I said, I'm just kind of being humble about it right now.
Okay. So do you have an anticipated date when some of this is going to be released?
So that I'm like you with the book. It's like I got my date, but it might be sooner. So I don't want to give you a date then. Y'all be like, whoa, where is that? So I'm just gonna say, just know it's happening in the next 2 months.
Oh,
Yeah, soon. It's coming soon.
he said soon, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Soon.
So yeah. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
I love it. I love it. Again, so again, for those who are watching us, again, for to talk about your business, go on and give a shout out. Do your website, share with somebody if they want to follow you, connect, utilize your services. I don't know. Just let them know what's going on.
Yeah, most definitely. So you can follow New Wave at New Wave Corporated, NEWWAVE And my website is newwavecorporated.com. So, like I said, just show some love. But just understand I love you regardless. Regardless.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is Aaron Blue. You have been watching the HBCU Man Cave. Again, Dr. Shean, Cain, somewhere in Atlanta, trying to fix the alternator on the plane.
Flight 8.
Listen, I'm ready they fix the plane or get another one. Just get a whole nother one. I hope they put them up overnight. I hope they was able to put them up overnight because Delta did me right. I ain't even gonna complain. Delta was like, we ain't even about to play no games.
Yeah.
Before, because I could tell that there were some folks on the plane Monday that were not used to that.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, so what's supposed to listen? I got that text message. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hotel. Let me go on and beat the rush.
Yeah, you was good.
Got me my shuttle, went to my hotel, checked in, used my food voucher. I can get this. Give me this.
Oh yeah, you was good.
Only thing I was that morning, they put me on an 11:30 flight. And I'm like, well, where's my bag at? They said, oh, your bag already in Cleveland. I'm like, what? They said, oh, we put your bag on a 9:30 flight. Well, I think
I hope you had something to carry on, I hope.
I mean, yeah. I'm like, it would have been nice to have. If you had given me the option, I would have taken the 9:30 flight.
Yeah.
That's all right. I got to sleep in. Took another day off.
Yeah.
That's cool. Text my boss like, hey, prepare the others. Because I'm not coming in on Tuesday.
I ain't gonna be there.
So whatever we thought we was gonna do, we're not doing it.
We gotta put that next day.
And I'll see you on Wednesday.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
That's what we did.
That's a blessing though. That's actually a blessing.
But I'm glad I got that time to do.
Yeah. That's a
and
blessing.
I walked in on Monday, on Wednesday, like, hey, with my cup of coffee, hey y'all, what's happening? How was Texas? How was this? How was that? Oh, we had a ball. We had a ball. And did.
Yeah. Nah, that's good though. That's definitely a blessing. Definitely a blessing.
Anyway, listen. If you would like to be a guest on the HBCU Man Cave, make sure you go to our website at hbcusense.com. Hit us up, let us know, or send us a message through Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Let us know you would love to be a guest. This is a great space that we try to provide for men of color to be able to come and share and be able to, just to talk mental health, talk about life, things of that nature. It can be just like the barbershop. We just gonna have a conversation and we're gonna just talk it up, chop it up, and wherever we land, we land. I think I probably had some more on my script, but it went a whole different direction. And I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. Sunday evening. Listen, we ain't gonna hold you too much longer again. As always, I'm your boy, your uncle, your cousin, and your best friend. Thank you for joining another episode of the HBCU Man Cave, a safe space for men to relate, relax, and release. Until next time, I need y'all to stay strong, stay proud, and stay black, y'all. Peace.